Welcome back. This is Empower, where we focus on people and workplace. And I'm glad that you're together with us. As we were going for a break, you're telling us you've been home for 3 years.
Yeah.
My God. And now you get an opportunity, but it's volunteering.
Yeah.
So no pay, and you have to move on.
Yeah.
Then again, an opportunity came as an intern.
Yeah.
So how was it?
Well, depressing.
Wow.
It was depressing because at the workplace, people will treat you differently.
Yeah.
Fine, you had a first class, but they don't recognize it. You know nothing. You have zero experience.
No experience.
So you really have to humble yourself and learn.
Yeah.
And most of the procedures in any company, you're given policies to read. You need
Yes.
to understand what the organization does, how they execute their things.
Yes.
So that's how I started. So I was given loads and loads of books. I had to read them from cover to cover because your boss will also come and ask you, what is contained in this policy?
Wow.
What do you think could have been done better? So you need to answer those questions.
Yes.
And for you to show that indeed you're intelligent, you need
Yes.
to read those policies.
Yes.
And that is exactly what I did. But, and over the time, I earned trust from my boss, and they started taking us out for field work. And time had to come to leave, and it was sad, but you just have to leave because now the contract for 6 months has expired. Actually, it was 3 months.
3 months.
Then I think God was just, God's grace, just extend for another 3 months.
Yes.
Then it was time to go home, and I stayed for some couple of months now before this other opportunity came.
Yes.
And it was also not promising.
Yeah.
You know, it's a company that was just fresh.
Yes.
They had just received their certificate of incorporation, so it was new. So no employee, just the director.
Wow.
And you have to start from scratch. You also don't know what is expected of you.
Yes,
You've just been given errands, but finally here I am.
And what was going through your mind as all this was happening? It's here. I'm still hopeful that one day I'll be here. There's that focus, that dream. But things don't seem to be working. What was going through your mind?
There are a lot of conversations I had with God.
Yeah.
Is this really the life that you meant for me? Why did I get a first class and end up this
Being
way?
home for 3 years.
I'd rather have gotten another grade and maybe I'll be way better, because you're looking at your friends, even your parents can't compare you with your friends, and they're like, so right now this is what they're doing, they're not even in the country. And I tell my dad always, please never compare me with anyone else.
And remember, you refused to do what he wanted you to do.
Yes. And then you say he's not trying to conflict that. You see, if I told you, if you had done pharmacy, if you had done medicine right now, you'll be in a hospital. But I really trusted God in the process, because what we fail to do is that we don't trust God, the process. We want a particular product, but we are afraid of being taken through the process, being molded for that particular product. I think that's where we fail, even as Christians or any other person. We want to be this person, we want to have this title, but how to get there, we really don't want to go through the process.
And it may not be a very smooth process.
Of course.
It may require a lot of patience. Sometimes you really go even like it's painful.
Yeah.
But you still have to go through it. Because if you didn't go through that, you'll not be here.
Sure.
Wow. And I believe that when you look back, you're actually happy that you went through the 3 years at home.
Yeah.
And what were you doing those 3 years at home? Because I'm imagining you're not just applying and praying.
No, I was still active in church, still handling now the young kids in high school and those who have just recently finished.
So still serving?
Yeah, I was still serving.
Wow.
But more actively.
Of course, you had a lot of time.
Yeah, I had a lot of time over the weekdays. We had meetings, prayer meetings. We'll go to prayer centers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I used to do then. But my dad used to complain. He's like, your church is taking so much of your time. You're not even thinking about your career.
And you just come, you've cleared campus, first class honors.
Exactly.
The girl is just in church, mentoring young people.
Yeah.
No job.
No job.
Oh my.
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Stress-free.
But it's because God was working in you.
Yeah.
But not many people would agree, would go through it the way you did.
True.
And why do you think young people struggle with that? Because when it comes to the things of God, and sometimes they don't go the way we expect, sometimes young people tend to look back, or even not to have that strong faith in God. Why do you think sometimes they struggle like that?
We have been told that we are part of the microwave generation. We want things ASAP,
Yes.
and it's not possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to grow from one step to another. You know, it's like just look at the academic system, for example,
Yeah.
right now. You have to move from one grade to the other. There's no way you will skip. Yeah, it's the same way, even when it comes to career progression.
Yes.
You have to start from somewhere. You need to be patient.
Yeah.
And sometimes you lose that patience because you want to see a particular product.
Yeah.
But you really need a lot of faith also.
Yes.
Because look at the meaning of faith. Yeah, you want to believe something, you have no idea whether it will come to be. You have not seen it.
Yes.
But you really have to have faith
holding on
in
to
yourself
it.
and also in God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now, as a program manager, do you have people reporting to you, or are you just managing programs without people?
We have consultants.
You as a person.
Yeah, we have consultants who report actually directly to me.
Yes.
Because after the program manager, it's straight to the director. So in charge of people, in charge of the programs. Yeah, and all of them are elderly.
Beautiful. Tell me, how do you go about that? Because sometimes you get, you're young, but those people reporting to you are. So how do you handle them?
It's a challenge because someone will walk in maybe to the office.
Yeah.
They have seen you for the first time. They're looking for the boss, the director, so-and-so, Dr. So-and-so.
Yes.
Dr. So-and-so is not
Is not
present.
there.
So-and-so is available. So how can I help you? No, I want Dr. So-and-so.
Wow.
Like, okay, just pick your phone, call them, and then they'll maybe redirect you
Yes.
on what next. But they go and talk to the director, and the director
Come back
will
to Edna.
go back to Edna. It's a big show.
I know.
And also, someone will just look at you. You look young,
Yes.
younger than your age. So what do you know? I've been maybe in the career world for 15 years, so there's nothing you can tell me. So you just have to keep quiet because at the end of the day, you have to respect them. You don't want to be rude because it gains nothing to be rude. Just
But what if you
respect them.
request something from them and they're still hesitant just because it's Edna, who is like my daughter or my younger sister? So how do you handle that so that you can still get what you're supposed to receive from them?
No, that is why you use the power of hierarchy. Just go to your boss and tell them so-and-so, they were supposed to do this, or I'm required to get this from them, but they're reluctant, they're hesitant. Maybe the power of hierarchy can actually come through for you, and it works.
Yes. It works.
It works.
It does, and it's good. And sometimes some people struggle with that power of hierarchy because they think like you're reporting someone. But when work stops because of such things, then you need to do it. Not that you're reporting someone, but work need to move.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
if there is a blockage, then how do you remove that? If that power of hierarchy is doing it, then it should.
Sure.
Wow, amazing. Now, Edna, you're serving in church. And you're busy, and you're mentoring. You're in children, you're doing all those things. So how do you balance that in your busy schedule as a program manager?
At the moment, things have almost been off the balance because physically in church, I've not been able to be physically present. So I've been running things in the background. So anything that is expected of me in the background, maybe make calls, organize, and just arrange for things, I'm able to do that.
Yes.
But I'm hoping very soon I'll be able to do things now physically.
Is it that work is too much and you have
It's
to
too
do them
much because at the moment, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention, but my boss is part of the Kenya presidential health team at the moment. So he's been forced to drop off so many tasks.
So definitely you have to
I have to double up so much in the office, finances, accounting, some of his things that he will have done earlier on. Right now, Edna, no, you have to take up this. You have to take up this. So it's not been easy, but I'm glad that at least I'm still serving. Yeah, I know there are a lot of questions from people. Where is Edna? We've not seen her. But at least to those who know the story, they understand.
How is your social life? Because sometimes we concentrate more on the work and ministry, and we forget we also need a social aspect of life. How are you taking care of that?
I'm an introvert to begin with. But now you see with mentorship, you are forced to be an introvert and an extrovert because by the end of the day, these teenagers need a lot of attention. So when they're home from school, there's a lot of texting, there's a lot of calling, and then you just have to be physically present for them in some meetings. Yeah, so.
And for your, leave alone the mentorship of the young people, your social life, your peers, your friends, how do you still take care of that? Because being an introvert and you're so busy, you can end up just being you in a certain place. So how do you take care of that friendships and social life?
So I'm lucky to have a very small circle of friends,
Yes.
and within that small circle of friends, I have friends who are consistent within the friendship.
Yes.
So we have to check up on each other. If 2 days you've not talked to someone, hey, call, check up on them.
Yes.
How you doing? Yeah, I have. That's it basically. So I wouldn't say there's so much glimmering about my social life,
Yeah.
but it's good.
It's good.
Healthy.
It's healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy.
Yes, because as human beings, we are all-rounded people, and we
Yeah.
have to take care of other aspects of our lives. Otherwise, we mess up at some point.
True.
Now, maybe this young person is struggling, thinking, okay, I would love to do project management or program management, but when I listen to Edna, it's too much involving. How would you encourage such a person who want an easy life, and then again, they still want to do what you're doing?
So there's nothing easy in this life to begin with.
Yes.
Whatever job, even ask the hawker, you will think their life is
Yes.
very easy, or maybe the shopkeeper. No life is easy. Whatever assignment you're doing, whatever your purpose is, there is nothing easy. But now you have to take it up to yourself that
Yes.
I am going forward. God gave me the strength.
Yeah.
God helped me in this journey,
Yes.
and He is faithful. He sure
Yes.
is faithful. Then
Yeah.
trust the process. Trust the process, whether there's money or no money, but we trust a God who is our provider. So
Yeah.
you will never lack. Declare to yourself, decree things to your life.
Yes.
Take the Bible. What does the Bible say about this particular situation? Whether it's in moments of lack, when there's distress, what is the Bible saying? Speak those things into your life. Speak life into them, and mention your name. Edna, this is what the Bible is saying about this situation. Breathe life into that word and let it apply for you.
Ooh, amazing. So where do you see yourself in the next few years?
Well, I'm not that about it, but most of my friends speculate that at this rate,
Yes.
you might end up having your own company.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. But would that be something that you'd love to do?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind for sure.
Ah, beautiful.
But I really want to go back to the community health world. Yes, I do.
Because you really want to work with these people in the community.
Yes, I do.
And actually, you look like a person who really love interacting with people in the community.
do.
And wow, that's amazing. So your plans to go back to school, or just to switch gear maybe sometime later?
Not exactly switch gear, but just continue and maybe go back to school and now do my master's. At least now from there I'll have a clear direction of what's next. But I can still continue with program management because again, even in community health, you'll still need to run programs and execute them.
That is true.
Yeah.
Wow, our time is up. But I'm so happy to have you, Edna. It was great to learn from you and to listen to your good story.
Thank
And I
you.
believe that one of the young people, many of them, have learned a lot from you. And thanks so much for your time. I missed you many things that you're doing. You're taking me some of your time. I appreciate. I believe it has been an interesting interaction, and I believe that you've learned from us. So don't give up. You can be anything that you desire to be. So you just need to focus and trust God. So above all, God. This has been Empower. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. See you next week.